Alright guys, so we're going to be on in Cyprus. We did have an individual that took St. Paul police on a short chase, short pursuit, and then they did take him on a short foot pursuit as well. They believe the individual went into that home there. Um, they did already remove all the residents from these two residences. Shortly after, they did take out a suspect. They do believe that another suspect is inside, possibly. Um, They said he has a warrant for drive-by shooting, so they are calling in a SWAT team. But a SWAT team will be arriving on the scene shortly. If you do want to see the man taken into custody, I will be sharing that footage after I edit it a little bit. But you can see on a very grainy video on Citizen app if you want. I did get him taken into custody on Citizen. Check out Streets of St. Paul. But again, this is happening on Hudson and Cypress. From what I was listening to on a scanner, I only heard that one person ran from the vehicle. Uh, they did already take the canine and put the canine away, so I'm not sure who exactly they're looking for here. It's possible that they said one of. The first suspect did come out of this blue house here out the back door. They did get him detained with the canine as well as gunpoint. Uh, um, the sergeant on scene kind of tried to come up and clarify a few things because his officers were trying to shuffle me around here. But basically, they were saying that because the SWAT team is coming in. But one of the sergeants refused to identify himself on scene here. But I'm working on getting his information as soon as I can. But this started about an hour ago, roughly, maybe a little bit longer. Again, they for sure took one suspect into custody. Not sure if the other person that they're calling SWAT for is a resident of one of these addresses. Yeah, at this time they're going to keep making announcements. Um, Basically, they're waiting for SWAT to arrive, but just in case someone does come out of this residence here, They do have it still surrounded. Again, for you guys who are just joining, this is going to be on Hudson and Cypress on St. Paul's east side. We did have an individual that ran from a vehicle after a short pursuit. Again, they did take one suspect into custody, and I don't know who the second suspect is because I believe only one person ran from the vehicle, from what I know. But I do believe the second suspect might be a resident of one of these houses. They did have a warrant for a drive-by shooting, so they are calling in a SWAT team. But I will get confirmation on that information. That's just based off of what I'm hearing at the scene. We did have a lot more squads here a little bit ago, but after they took out the suspect, the canine left the scene. Uh, so at this point, they don't really know if there's another person inside, but I believe the person that lives at the residence has a felony warrant for drive-by shooting. So that's why they are going to be calling in a SWAT team. But if you guys want to see more of the incident that occurred already, go to Citizen app. I did post, I went live on Citizen just a little bit ago. The video quality is not too great, but I am working on some footage as well that I'm going to be posting on Facebook and YouTube. If you guys haven't already checked out my Facebook page, it's going to be The Streets of St. Paul. Feel free to follow or like on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. If you guys feel like donating to the channel, we always accept donations at Streets of St. Paul 1 on Cash App. If you guys can't donate, I completely understand. We use donations basically to get from scene to scene for gas money. Hey, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. Sorry, guys. Yeah, definitely working on getting back out here, guys. Doing my best to get back on scene. I've been out all night, but there hasn't been too much craziness going on. A few shots fired calls. Nothing really, nothing too crazy. Again, we do got SWAT going to be coming to the scene here. For now, the officers are hanging out. I was told that they are going to be pushing the scene back at least about a block and a half, he said. But that house right there, that house on the corner, is going to be where the suspect came out of. He came out the back entrance, and he didn't have any shirt on. But that was, I believe, the description of him. with short dreads. So they just made more announcements, guys. Like I said, we're unsure if there's still somebody inside these residences, but it does appear that they evacuated both residences. The families are here in the vehicle behind me. It is 3 a.m. They are going to be using a canine to go through the alleyway over here for some reason. They're going to be checking the east alleyway, east of Cypress. Not sure why they're going to be checking that way. It's possible that's where the vehicle is that the suspect ran from originally. I do not have my tripod either, guys. As soon as SWAT does arrive, I will not be able to record anymore because they are going to be pushing us back as far as possible. So they are going to be making announcements because they are doing a canine track. It probably can't hurt considering they're just waiting for SWAT. Thank you for the support, you guys. I really appreciate it. Feel free to check out my community tab. I try to share all the news I can possible, whether it's from me, whether it's from one of our local news stations or our local newspapers. They all do a great job on getting the information out, so I try to share anything and everything having to do with St. Paul. But feel free to check me out on Facebook, YouTube. Try to get all the information out to you guys. it does take a little while to get SWAT all together. SWAT is usually made up of a bunch of different people from a bunch of different police departments. Not exactly sure how St. Paul works, the Ramsey County SWAT team. Hopefully, you guys can hear those announcements. We'll be ending it though, guys. It's going to be like this for a while until SWAT team arrives. But again, feel free to subscribe. Check out some of the videos I have. I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for watching.